voices that said, yeah, we know we've perhaps got one of the nastiest conference schedules coming up, but we're going to test ourselves to get ready for a nasty conference slate by playing everybody, not only all over the state, all over the country. Mallard Creek, 2 games earlier this season in the state of Georgia and in the state of Virginia. They've played everybody.
And West Charlotte.
They played a school out of South Carolina.
Yeah.
Played a team out of Greensboro and Grimsley. Everybody is getting tested for this MEC Power 6 conference schedule.
Those were the only 2 losses for West Charlotte. The only loss for Mallard Creek so far this season is to Grayson out of Georgia, deemed by rivals to be the #1 high school football team in the country.
Oh, there you go. And that tells you a lot about what they've decided to do, and they went on the road to do that. They also went on the road to Newport News, Virginia, to Warwick High School, the alma mater of the great Michael Vick and Marcus Vick, and they were able to get a win up there on the road as well. So battle-tested group on both sides of this football field tonight. I look forward to this one, Darren.
It'll be West Charlotte receiving the opening kick. Davion Jones and Sincere Gray back deep. This kickoff is powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home.
And Darren, when we talked about this right at the start, we talked about the offenses and the defenses. Both coaches know that special teams critical in big games like this. That's going to be a focal point tonight. Something I would tell everybody at home watching, keep an eye on what happens in special teams. Likely who wins the special teams battle is going to be the football team that wins the game.
If it gets down there, number 14 in white, Davion Jones, is responsible for the only kickoff return touchdown of the season for the Lions. He's there on the left of your screen.
In a word, explosive.
Ashton Blevins kicks it off for Mallard Creek, and it is returnable. Sincere Gray blasts through the middle of the coverage unit and is down past the 40-yard line. Good start for the Lions.
Yeah, good early decision. Just get up the field and get as much as you can. Don't dance back there, and you get a nice return for your group. Watch him here. Look, he's waiting. He gets eyes up, one cut and go. That's a great job.
First and 10 now for West Charlotte. They are led by quarterback Jamori Nichols, who's had a sensational junior season thus far. And in motion is Jameel Watson. It's a handoff and it's fumbled. Rakeem Finch picks it up, the tight end, and there he goes. And then it pops loose again as he's brought down near midfield. Mallard Creek recovers. Well, that's quite the start.
I mean, that's one of those plays. I don't know if we've ever seen anything like this. But you see right here, they're trying to go with a little bit of misdirection. They go motion back the other way, and it just can't handle it. Finch picks it up, but watch this big lick from the outside there. It takes a big shot from Dorian Daly, who jars that football loose.
So that's Nichols there, still the quarterback for West Charlotte.
There was a hold on West Charlotte, obviously declined by Mallard Creek. So the Mavericks will take the football.
Mallard Creek football, 1st and 10.
That is a baffling start to our game. First play from scrimmage, 2 fumbles. And the opposition recovers. So Sam Cheeseborough and company, Mallard Creek offense out onto the field for the first time this evening. Cheeseborough, one of 2 quarterbacks that they will likely use. They begin with a handoff And that is stopped immediately by Big Sam Johnson in the backfield.
Yeah, Sam Johnson back healthy and making his presence known early. Gets the penetration, makes a big stop in the backfield.
Loss of 4, 2nd and 14 now for Mallard Creek. And in motion, it's another handoff and another tackle for loss for the Lions. That time, Elijah Littlejohn. That is his team-leading 8th TFL on the season.
Yeah, Littlejohn does an excellent job. He just uses his ability. There's a little stunt with he and Johnson, and he just works off of them. A little bit of a sort of a TE stunt work there, and he's able to get the penetration and get in the backfield.
3rd and 16 now for Mallard Creek. Cheeseboro alone in the backfield with 5 wide receivers. Drops back, barely any time at all. Chased, and there the ball pops out. Incomplete, and Cheeseboro's helmet came off.
He got absolutely drilled. The initial penetration was number 44, Caden Smith. You'll see him here. So there's Caden. So he creates the problem, and then coming up late to clean everything up, Michael Griffin Jr. with the big lick and knocks the helmet off.
So Cheeseboro kept a hold of the football. It initially looked as if that was the ball that popped out, but it was his helmet. Wow. Absolutely nothing doing for Mallard Creek on that opening series. And now the punt is fielded, but Landon Gilmore could not keep his footing, so he's down immediately.
And Gilmore's got to be careful. There's a flag down back near the kick, but Gilmore's got to be careful. You can't field that cleanly on a slippery field. Be careful. Get away from the football.
Yes. I just saw the flag, so I thought I had to go back to it.
And offsetting personal foul penalties.
Not surprising. There is a lot of emotion involved in this game. Probably going to see a little bit of chirping as well. Something to keep an eye on.
So believe it or not, each team has had a possession.
Well, we talked about it, though. Both of these defenses are really good defenses as well, Darren. So something to keep an eye on. Offensively, both coaches are going to have to find something to create offense against these really, really good, fast defenses.
So West Charlotte moves around some personnel. Jamori Nichols fakes the handoff, tucks it, and slides down to the ground for no gain.
Yeah, Matthew Harris was probably about to absolutely. That was a big hit waiting to happen. Nichols, ever present with his awareness. Watch him slide right here. He sees the big hit coming, gets underneath it. Good decision by the quarterback.
Goes as a loss of 1, so it's 2nd and 11 now. West Charlotte's head coach Sam Greiner told us earlier today that's one of the points of emphasis where Nichols is improved as a heady quarterback. Knowing when to get away from a big dangerous play. A run this time, gets it back in between the sticks. It'll be 3rd and 8, excuse me.
I tell you what, Darren, as much as going on that play, I got a kick out of watching number 14 in white for West Charlotte, Davion Jones, and 10 black, Dorian Daly, just go at one another at that wide receiver and cornerback position. What would be now at the bottom of your screen, that is a physical matchup, something to keep an eye on throughout the game.
Nichols to throw, airs it deep, and it's caught. Davion Jones with a long completion.
This is a great read by Nichols. They run a little out route with Finch. He holds the corner. Then they go over the top and attack the safeties. He gets behind, makes an excellent throw, and then a great catch on the back end. That's well read, well executed by Nichols.
48 yards to convert the third down and get it deep into Mallard Creek territory.
Caught Daly, I think maybe peeking in the backfield a little bit, also looking up, right? That was a zone coverage look, likely a cover 2. And so that holds Daly underneath with the out route coming to his chest. You go over the top of that because Davion Jones is able to get behind the safeties.
First and 10 now. Nichols hands it off. And Jamil Watson is brought down after a short gain, maybe a yard.
Number 24, T.J. Bryant. In on the stop for the Mavericks. Second down.
Nichols throws, nobody there.
Incomplete.
And it's incomplete.
Yeah, they got penetration. Matthew Harris among them, creating some problems for the quarterback.
Nichols on second, keeps it, goes himself, and shuffles out of bounds. A flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, this flag came out right at the snap, so that's either an illegal formation or some kind of an illegal shift or somebody lined up in the neutral zone.
Illegal shift against the Lions.
This will come back. Nichols was looking for Dante Nicholson on that play, the team's leading receiver. So now it's 3rd and 14 for the Lions. Nichols pursued, throws over the middle. It's caught on a hitch. Not enough for the first, but it gets it to right at the 20-yard line.
I think that was 4-down territory. I think that call was made to try to get some of it, maybe not necessarily all of it. I think they're going for it, obviously, on 4th down here.
Number 9, Victor Collier, and 41, Davion McMullen in on the stop.
And West Charlotte is just barely in the crisis to care red zone now. 4th down, they need right around 5 yards to keep the drive alive. And a timeout called by West Charlotte.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Mallard Creek cheerleaders.
Good timeout here. Just trying to make sure they know what they want to do on this 4th down. Critical spot, the way both defenses have started the game. Likely at this point kind of feels like points might be at a premium. So I like the timeout. Make sure you get something out of this 4th down.
Jay Arroyo, Janila Johnson.
West Charlotte's got a lot in their bag, Reggie, that we have not gotten a chance to see yet, right? It's still very early. What do you expect on this 4th and 5?
I think there's a situation where they might try to move Nichols out of the pocket and then let him make a decision whether to keep it with his feet or throw the football, likely get him out to the right side, which at this point would be the wider side of the field, more room to work. And you see they go to 2-by-2 set. I would imagine potentially some motion coming from left to right as well.
The Lions with 5 to gain on 4th down here. At the Mallard Creek 20. Dropped, picked back up, floated, and caught for the first down. The safety valve, Rakim Finch, is found, but there is a flag on the tail end of the play.
I think this is a design middle screen to the tight end. They use misdirection to create problems. Finch goes up over the ball and has to go up and make an acrobatic catch.
So it did achieve the first down, but of course that all depends on what this upcoming call is. Offensive pass interference against the Lions.
So in a situation like that with a screen, they can start blocking if the ball is completed behind the line of scrimmage. It was not. The pass was completed beyond, not behind, beyond the line of scrimmage. If those linemen are already blocking, that is an offensive pass interference call.
And long for the Lions.
So now it keeps it fourth down. It backs up West Charlotte by 10 yards, 4th and 15, and apparently they're still going to go for it.
Nothing gained here by punting the football. You're likely not going to get much in the way of field position. You might as well go for it here.
And we are not quite ready for this play here.
And Darren, something to keep an eye on as we're watching the officials adjudicate this penalty here.
It looks like they backed it up 5 more yards, so a 15-yard penalty instead of a 10.
We saw it on the first snap for West Charlotte, but it is raining again now. Keep an eye on the ball handling in this football game with all the different things you see in the running games.
4th and 20 for West Charlotte. Nichols rolling. Throws on the run. And the play broken up. So a turnover on downs gives it back to the Mavericks of Mallard Creek.
That's a team defense play right there. Not only was the coverage solid in the back end, but up front they kept making Nichols have to move. He never got a chance to really set his feet and survey the field. Great job by the front 7 creating pressure. An excellent job by the back end not allowing anybody open. You look down the field, look at him. He's looking, there's nobody open. But the pursuit just continues, gets rid of it late, but nothing there.
Nichols has been masterful at creating those kinds of plays while using his feet this season. That one seemed like, especially with the way we know this Mallard Creek defense can play, the second he got sort of off his beat there and had to roll out and was being chased, felt like nothing was going to come of it.
Both of these defenses are really fast. That makes it even more difficult for these quarterbacks.
Sam Cheeseborough almost dropped the shotgun snap, it looked like, a delayed run, and he forwards it a couple of yards for Mallard Creek. Flag comes flying from the pile.
I think I made the refs taller, man. Right?
And it's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against West Charlotte.
Be very curious to know who that's on, because unsportsmanlike, if you collect 2 in a game, you're ejected. So that's something to keep an eye on. It's one thing if it's a personal foul, late hit kind of major, but unsportsmanlike, those add up. That's you see all the officials with that pin out deciphering who that person was and keeping track of it.
So that turns Cheeseborough's quarterback keeper and a couple of yards into something much more favorable for Mallard Creek.
It's a first down and it'll likely take them very close to plus territory.
Penalty against the Lions moves the Mavericks forward down the field.
Into plus territory.
Across the 50-yard line.
Spots at the 48. Unless they move it a little bit. Oh, there it is. Swap the ball. First and 10 again for the Mavericks. Cheeseborough still the quarterback. Xavier Edmond is the back with him in this shotgun formation. Cheeseborough fakes the handoff and is ripped down to the ground. It was Johnson, Littlejohn, and Smith.
This front seven just gets after you. Johnson gets the early penetration and forces Cheeseborough off his spot, and then here come the rest of them. Just a really good defensive effort.
Loss of 4. Mallard Creek again behind schedule. Cheeseborough on a play fake. This time tried to split defenders. Smith.
How about these defenses? Just absolutely no chance for these quarterbacks to really set up and create something down the field at this passing games.
Jashawn Shaw got the tackle there for West Charlotte. And now it's 3rd and long. Mallard Creek needs 12. Cheeseborough gets rid of it quickly, looking for Tylen McClain, and it was almost picked off by Ramaj Daniels.
Yeah, he jumped that. Great read by Daniels on this. A little bit of a slant route. He just drives the route. Watch him read this. It's at the bottom of your screen down here. He sees it's a double slant. He sees the route early. Cheeseborough lets fly, but he's underneath that route, and he's thinking house call if he can make that catch.
They're going for it.
And Mallard Creek lined up as if they were going to go for it. Here comes the punt team. Ashton Blevins to kick it. Good looking punt. He gets it away. A fair catch called for. And it bounces, is pulled in by Gilmore. He is pushed out of bounds. Back to West Charlotte. Possession goes. Still no score. First quarter nearing its end on our WCCB Game of the Week.
area.
Still no score at our WCCB game of the week. 4:15 remaining in the first quarter. It's about to be expected with the way both of these defenses are physical and fast. And it's back to West Charlotte as Jamori Nichols fakes a handoff, throws over the middle, and finds Dante Nicholson for his first reception of the night, his 22nd on the season.
Yeah, great job by Nicholson. One of those guys, doesn't matter what's going on around him, he's going to find a way to make a play, and he does right there.
Achieves a Bodyworks plus first down for the Lions. And first down breaks down. Nichols not really much of anywhere to go, but he does manage a couple of yards on a carry.
Both of these defenses, I just said it, and it's going to be something you'll see tonight throughout the night. These defenses are so fast that you make a move and you think you're clear, and here comes the next guy. It is difficult to get free against these two defenses.
Finch, the tight end, in motion. They split him out. Nichols throws, airs it, past midfield, and it's overthrown, incomplete, but a flag comes out. Landon Gilmore, the intended target.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Victor Collier. He kind of panicked at the last minute. I thought he was okay from a technique standpoint. He was beat in terms of the receiver being beyond him, but I thought he was okay, and he kind of panics at the end and grabs a hold of him. See, right here he's okay. Just play the football, but instead he panics and gets his hand on him. Down goes the receiver. They're going to call that every time. That's one of the things playing that position, and I know because I played it, that ball goes up. You can't panic. You can't overreact. You got to just go play the football. If you don't and you just play the man, you could find yourself in a situation where you draw a penalty.
Now it's 1st and 10 for West Charlotte at their own 39-yard line. Nichols tosses behind him to Nichols' son. Bangs with a teammate and gets a yard on the carry.
Nice tackle by number 5, Chase Spellman.
Just a really good job, actually, this time. Watch number 10 here, Daly, at the bottom of your screen. Actually, check that. That's number 5, Chase Spellman. He comes flying down in the box, but he comes down with outside leverage, forcing it back inside where he knows his help is. That's a really good job of what they call setting an edge, building that wall to the outside, and forcing that ball carrier back to your help.
2nd and 9, Jamil Watson in the backfield with Nichols. And it's Watson on a carry up the gut, past the 45, still not quite brought down. And he's amped up, pointed for the first down. He didn't get quite that much, but it brings it within 3rd and 2.
Yeah, he's juiced. He knows how critical it is just to move the chains in this game right now.
West Charlotte has the only 3rd down conversion so far. Teams a combined 1 for 5 on thirds.
I would expect some kind of a blitz here, likely up the middle to make Nichols uncomfortable. They're going to try to probably push him to his left.
It's a handoff, and it's blown up immediately. Deuce Majette with a big tackle for loss, and it's 4th down.
It's just a great job. They overload the blitz package here. They just bring 3 extra guys, and he comes unblocked. Majid is unblocked, and you got no chance if you don't get that guy blocked.
Forces 4th down with the legendary tackle, brought to you by Queen City Home Store, taking on the toughest stains at home with the toughest washers in the game. And now West Charlotte in a punt formation.
Back to receive the kick.
Dante Nicholson boots it away.
Kelly
Muffed initially, and Kelly tries to get to the outside and is brought down. Mason Kelly, that is, one of the faster players on the team. Emotions continuing to leak out at various points in this one.
Well, both of these teams know how big this game is. Conference play, you got to get off to a good 1-0 start in conference play. You think about this league, right? And you look at, and I said this to both coaches really, but you look at this league and you go, there's a chance that the entire conference could make the playoffs out of this MEC Power 6 based on RPI and some other things because of the way it's done. That's not out of the realm of possibility.
And you add that to the way that both of these teams scheduled in the non-conference.
Right.
And, I mean, really, for Mallard Creek especially, their schedule's been a little bit tougher. But for them, it's been like playoffs every week. Sam Cheeseborough hands off to Xavier Edmond on first down. Gain of a yard up to the 35.
And they are just, it is fast and physical out there. How about this first quarter? Defensively, not giving up much.
A pitch this time. Edmond can't handle it. And whistle's blown.
I think they're ruling that a forward pass.
Wow. That was going to be 6 for West Charlotte. Daquan Bowman was the one who picked it up, but it was I said a pitch, more of like a shuffle pass.
And as long as that ball goes forward, that was something created at the college level a few years ago. That jet sweep, they kind of flipped the ball ahead. Oh no, that's a lateral.
Yeah.
I think the officials might have missed this one. But by and large, what happens is they sort of, coaches have gone to that flip forward on that jet sweep, so it's a pass.
Now it's 3rd and 10 for Mallard Creek instead. That's a tough break for the Lions.
And a fortunate one for the Mavericks.
Correction, 3rd and 9. Now Cheeseborough's going to throw. Airs it up, and it's caught at the first down marker. Khalil Price, perfect timing for his first catch.
That's what Khalil Price does. He makes you right even if you're wrong. This ball is really a desperation, let me get rid of it, but he goes and attacks the football and makes a play, and he's able to move the chains. That's a big time play for this offense late in the first quarter.
It's a body works plus first down. Cheeseborough quickly gets rid of it. Tylen McClain bobbles. And it's incomplete. And again, West Charlotte is pleading that is a lateral.
Incomplete. Second down.
This one looked much more like a forward pass than the previous.
I agree. Near plays made on the 2 incompletions by Bowman, and then that time Micah Walker, a couple of guys who have been turnover machines this year, a couple of interceptions apiece for them, for the Lions. Second and 10. Mavericks into West Charlotte territory. Cheeseborough, play fake. Throw on the run and can't hit Kelly. That was awkward with his right foot. Running to his left, and that concludes the first quarter. Zeros between West Charlotte and Mallard Creek.
In this heavyweight matchup, we are scoreless going
Time for our Fred Caldwell Chevrolet Speed Check, home of the Silverado guys. For Mallard Creek, it is Khalil Price, one of the speedier guys on the team, a state champion for the track and field squad, which was honored pregame tonight. Big third down, 10 yards to gain for Mallard Creek. Sam Cheeseborough drops back and has no chance. He's wrapped up at the ankles, and the sack goes to Caden Smith, his fourth of the season.
A little bit of a low snap there, but was able to handle it. Right now, this defensive front, both of them are creating all kinds of havoc.
High snap that time for Blevins. West Charlotte looked like they had a chance to block it. Fair catch. And they'll take over at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line where the Lions will take over, 1st and 10.
Back to West Charlotte. What is it going to take for one of these teams to get something going offensively? Well, for Mallard Creek, they're already preparing for perhaps changing some things up. That's Kalen Napier, their second quarterback that's been used lately since a season-ending injury for their starting quarterback, Perry Justice. They've gone with the 2 QB system.
Yeah. Napier, the sophomore, a little bit more of a sort of pure passer. Doesn't do as much of some of the running things, but his youth is something that they're trying to work him in the right way, not put him in situations where he's got to do too much. He's played pretty well so far. Likely to see him very soon.
Sincere Gray, the back for the Lions. Jamori Nichols, of course, in as the quarterback. 73% completion percentage coming into tonight. And a timeout called by West Charlotte. So they took a little bit to get onto the field with their offense there. Coach Sam Greiner and his staff maybe not feeling good about everybody being aligned.
Yeah, and I think more importantly, what you're going to see, I think, throughout this game, especially if it stays the way it's been going, you're going to see more and more critical thinking scenarios by offensive coaches, because these defenses are so good, it's so difficult to consistently move the football. What both coaches know is one negative play at the beginning of a drive is basically the drive killer, because you're not going to convert 3rd and 8 pluses, 3rd and 10 pluses against these two defenses, because the pass rushes are so good. And then to add to that, the weather is not as conducive to throwing the football with the heavy rain, or at least at this point it's sort of moderate, but it's pretty much been raining the entire game.
The turf seems to be pretty slick even now. Man in motion, Nichols play fake, aiming to throw, but has to move. Still on his feet, gets rid of it, and it drops incomplete.
As good as Nichols is, that's the point I was making about these defenses. He's running all over the place, and every time he thinks he's got time to set up and throw, here comes another defense. See, look at this. I mean, every time he gets ready to try to do something with the football, there's another defender. He's got 2 guys there as he throws it away.
Incomplete, 2nd down.
Second and 10 because of the incompletion on a play that really a few times over could have been a drop for a loss. Nichols snaps, hands it to Gray. Ball pops loose, and Rakeem Finch is there, sliding over top of it.
Yeah, the Air Force commit Finch, just one of those guys. He just seems to be in the right place at the right time on a consistent basis. And again, right here, great job getting on that football after it was knocked out by Mustafa.
3rd and medium. And it's another run for Gray. Won't be enough for the first, but it's the Lions close.
In on the stop.
Now, this is interesting. I mean, I think we can confirm West Charlotte isn't going to think twice about going for this, but they are pretty deep back into their own territory at the 31-yard line.
Fourth down, Maverick defense. Tighten up. Here we go.
4th and 1. Nichols flicks it, finds Finch. He gets by the second level and sprints past everyone. Touchdown, West Charlotte. 69 yards. They only needed one, but they cash in on the first score of the night.
This is a great job by Finch. Good read. There's a hole right there, right inside. So just turn around, and now this is all about speed. This is a guy that's played mostly wide receiver in his career. Good job by Davion Jones getting in the way, but not picking up a cheap block there and creating a penalty. And it's all foot speed for Finch to the house. Big-time play.
Extra point is up and through for Angel Ruiz. He's now 8 of 9 on point after attempts this season. And it makes it a 7-0 Lions lead.
And at this point in the game, the way we've seen these defenses, that's a major, major factor and a huge play there.
The 5th touchdown of the season for Rakeem Finch.
And again, you'll see it. He just goes and sits in between the two defenders right there. And now it's a foot race. And you see an angle issue there. Number 41, Javian McMullen. He tries to come up. He gets a little bit to the outside, gives up that inside leverage, and Finch steps to the end zone.
Coach Greiner talked with us earlier this week, Reggie, about the conversion for Finch from wide receiver to more of he's kind of a hybrid, right? Tight end, but that's only really by technicality. The speed, the athleticism is a big part of that decision to allow him to do some other things, as this kickoff is powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home.
He's got receiver skills, but they added tight end skills to him in terms of the toughness, the physicality, and the blocking aspect of it when he's in line, and that's really added to his game. I think Air Force is getting a really good player.
There's the kickoff.
Lions kick it away,
Right inside the 20.
and it is returned, but not for much, by Chase Spellman.
Chase Spellman on the return.
Elijah Littlejohn getting down there in special teams, making that play.
Another look at the tackle by Elijah Littlejohn, the Penn State commit. So you and he might come a handful of years have something in common.
Being alums, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
You already do have the commitment in common.
Yeah, well, and the reason I say being alums is because there's another day of the week that he's likely going to play potentially.
Yeah.
I didn't play on those days.
So it is Napier making his first appearance at quarterback for Mallard Creek. And on first down, low snap, little sidearm throw. Well overthrown. Khalil Price got held up, and then the flags come. Ramaj Daniels was on the initial coverage, and that's kind of where he got stunted.
Well, I mean, Ramaj Daniels doesn't like the call, but he's got to understand the amount of jersey I could see being grabbed from up here, that's an automatic pass interference call.
And there's the formality, pass interference on the defense. Here's another look at it.
Here it is at the bottom of your screen. Watch these two get tangled up right now. See, right here he's okay, and then watch, you see all the jersey he's got. There's no chance you're going to get away with that call, and the back judge showed us that he's probably got some eligibility left too. Threw a nice pass about 20 yards with the flag.
moves it way up to the 38-yard line for the Mavericks. That's Price in motion. Napier, play fake, goes to the outside, and that is incomplete.
He's got to be careful. Hung that ball out there to kind of nobody. Overthrew McLean and sort of, if you will, underthrew. I think that was Price going further up the field. Kind of put it out there in the flat. The only guys there were two West Charlotte defenders.
Now 2nd and 10. So Napier, you mentioned him as more of a pure passer. He's taken a couple chances, but 0 for 2 throwing it so far. This time he hands off. It goes up the middle. Josh Person's first carry of the night goes for a few yards.
Third down.
3rd and 7 for Mallard Creek. They're 1 of 4 on thirds so far. Lots of deception with the motion. Mallard Creek had to get an extra man off the field. Napier by himself tosses over the middle and overthrows McLean. Incomplete, 4th down.
And Napier's helmet came off there, so even if they were going to go for it, he would have had to come off either way. They're going to run the punting unit out there, but you're right. You mentioned the sidearm throw, and Littlejohn again creating havoc.
Not the changeup Mallard Creek maybe envisioned when they put the sophomore in. 0 for 3 passing, and it's punted away.
Nice punt. Brought down by number 9.
Turn up to the 26-yard line for the Lions. So for the first time, they're going to have the football with a lead tonight.
This is where, from an offensive standpoint, you don't have to feel as urgent to do anything big. Now that you've got a lead and your defense is playing well, you just got to be smart. Don't make mistakes. Don't give the football away.
So call it 25 touchdowns now on the season. And with the Finch touchdown reception, surpassing 1,000 yards through the air on the campaign for the Lions. Jamori Nichols gives it.
Nice stop in the backfield by number 0, Matthew Harris.
Goes for no gain, 2nd and 10. And a man down for West Charlotte. It's Khalil Hansley McNair.
Looks like an injury timeout.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see really ever, but certainly not early on in this game.
Again, fans, don't forget to support our athletes. Top Golf Spirit Night is Thursday, October 2nd at the University Top Golf. Come out and support all of Mallard Creek sports teams while enjoying raising funds for Mallard
West
Creek
Charlotte
athletic program.
just now for this game in a place where Coach Sam Greiner feels like the offensive line is close to its full form. They've had some injuries, been a little bit nicked up in that regard. Wheels up pretty quickly, so that's a good sign.
I hope it's a situation where he can get back in this football game rather quickly, actually.
Scan the QR code on the flyer, or you can purchase your tickets at the concession stand. As we resume play, 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
Second and 10. Gray, the man in motion, receives the handoff, takes out to the outside.
What's happening?
Everybody remain calm. Remain calm.
.38 remaining in the second quarter. Bit of
I know I just turned 19, but
a scuffle in the stands, or up on the concourse rather, that forced to the stoppage. So now 1st and 10 for West Charlotte.
Students have a seat or leave and go
And
home.
it's another handoff. Nice run by Sincere Gray, this time gaining exactly 10. But there is a flag on the play. This might go for more for West Charlotte.
Yeah, it'll be a face mask. Couldn't tell who had it, but it was a face mask that's going to tack on 15.
You saw it right away.
Yeah, you can see it right here. It looks like, I guess that's number 50 there. A.J. Henderson. Look, he's trying to make a play, just reaches out, and it's going to be a personal foul face mask. But you like the effort, you like the attempt. So working to get a guy down ends up being a penalty. That's one of those, yes, it's a major penalty, but as a coach, you're not as upset about that one with a guy trying to make a play with the right kind of effort.
Inside the 40 now for West Charlotte, another first down. Nichols quickly gets it over to the sideline. Finch tumbles over a man and gains a few.
You just watch Finch and you just see so many really good traits. The good hands you saw there. We saw the speed earlier. And before the speed, though, we saw the recognition, understanding coverage, where to go sit down in a spot and catch the football. Just a really, really smart player.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Nichols fakes one direction, throws the other for Nicholson, and it's dropped incomplete.
Yeah, that's a tough play because what Nichols was thinking there was get it over the outside shoulder away from the safety help. Whereas that's probably a situation where he wants to throw that ball further up the field along the sideline as opposed to the short side on that outside shoulder sideline. So he'll work on that. Again, just a junior. I like the read, good recognition. He was trying to keep his guy away from the help, away from the safety, just unable to get it completed.
Now a 3rd down for the Lions. But, hey, they're in plus territory. I think they have shown that it's probably 4-down territory.
Absolutely.
Though Nichols is alone in the backfield here. Moves Gray, fakes the handoff. Nichols throws on the run. Deep, and it's incomplete, but a flag. Nicholson had a man draped all over him.
Victor Collier again. There's something they see with Collier, and again, I think he just kind of panics here. His coverage and technique is okay, but I think he gets worried about giving up the touchdown, and there's the penalty flag. He's got to do a better job being aware. Watch it at the top of the screen. See, he's okay. He's good, but he panics because he loses leverage and just pulls the guy down.
Reg, you played the position.
Yeah.
It seems to me like both times that's happened for Collier, he's gone to make the contact, and then that messes with your stride, right?
Correct.
Because it's then dependent on the receiver's stride, and it seems on those two plays that's what's gotten him tripped up.
That and early in the down, if he's backpedaling, he's not turning and running quick enough. He's allowing the receiver to eat up the cushion too fast.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10, and a pre-snap flag.
That's got to be formation or substitution issue. Lined up off sides.
Yeah, on the defense.
Oh, he jumped. It wasn't a lineup. That was a... It was Anthony Cook. Heard some noise and jumped into that neutral zone.
5 yards on the penalty. It does get it into the red zone for West Charlotte. First and 5 at the 17. Nichols fakes the give, hangs on to it, and is brought down by Chase Spellman. Good play off the outside there.
Yeah, I like Chase Spellman a lot. We've seen this team, obviously Mallard Creek, a couple of times now. He does so many little things really well, and then he does the standard things really well also. Really, really good football player.
5 yards on the carry, a first down for West Charlotte. Nichols quickly dishes. Finch getting through some guys. And he's down at about the 6-yard line.
Okay, so we've seen the hands, we've seen the intelligence, we've seen the speed, and now we see the toughness and physicality.
Just the way you want to be inside the crisis to care red zone, where West Charlotte is trying to make it a 2-score game. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Students and visitors, please find your seat. There should be no standing on the concourse areas. For whatever reason, you're not sitting down.
Spots at the 6. Gray the back with Nichols. And a flag from the backside. And a delay of game on the offense. Nichols brought down to the ground.
Matthew Harris once again. He is making play after play in this ballgame.
The sack backs it up all the way to the 19-yard line, so it's 3rd and 17. This drive has turned around in a hurry for West Charlotte. Nichols over the middle. Finch is there for the touchdown. Second time the two have connected, and it's the second TD of the night. West Charlotte goes up 13-0.
Yeah, that time looked like maybe a cover 0 here or pure man coverage or maybe cover 2, and he splits the safeties, but just a little bit of a slant route. He's over the top of the linebackers. Nice throw and catch, touchdown.
Scores about 5.5 minutes of game time apart. And Ruiz has the extra point blocked by Mallard Creek, so no point after tacked on. And it remains 13-0.
Keep an eye on this, because one thing about this Mallard Creek football team, you give them an opening. Late in the game, they make you pay. Let's remember that blocked extra point. Is that the opportunity? How much does that point matter late in this football game?
It's a really, really good point. Mallard Creek had the one blowout loss to Grayson, but that's it. Every other game has been within a single possession, and they've won those games.
Yes.
4-1 on the year.
Including on the road, about 6 hours away from here at Warwick High School in Virginia, 3-0 victory.
Yep.
So they can play a low-scoring game, and it doesn't bother them.
This kickoff is powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home. So again, Mallard Creek has, other than their one loss, otherwise played 4 one-score games this season. They've won all of them, and here they are trailing by 2 scores with a half and then 4.5 minutes left to play. So plenty of time for this one to get even more interesting. Ruiz's kickoff pulled in at the 9. Spellman on the return, bounces off and tries to get to the outside, but he's tackled by Daquan Bowman. It's an interesting thing about these teams, Reggie. We talk about the team speed, defensively especially. Both squads have a lot of the same guys playing also on their kickoff and punt coverage. So
Absolutely.
We've seen tackles like that get made in the open field.
Well, you need the athleticism and the discipline of high-level guys, highly productive guys in those situations. So we're seeing both rosters do that tonight. And really throughout the season they've done that.
Second crack at it for Kalen Napier. The sophomore quarterback. Xavier Edmond is in the backfield with him. And it's a handoff. Edmond slips through the left side, lays a stiff arm on a man, and is gang tackled after gaining 11 on the carry for a Bodyworks Plus first down.
And a late flag on the play, but let's take another look at this run. Look at the physicality, comes out of the backside, and it's just tough to get him on the ground. But the flag again, and we mentioned it earlier, it's a personal foul. Looks like it's going to go against Khalil Price, but he and Ramaj Daniels were absolutely going at it. As that play went down the field, they were behind the play on the ground, getting after each other. But it's ruled a personal foul on Price, not an unsportsmanlike. Very, very important distinction there, because personal fouls are personal fouls. Unsportsmanlikes can accumulate to an ejection if you get 2 of them in a game. Not where you want to be if you're the Mavericks right now, with the way it's been difficult to move the football and the front 7 of West Charlotte. Now you're backed up inside your own 15.
It's the 13.5-yard line. Napier fakes a handoff. Deals a pass to Devin Dukes for his first reception. Not quite back on schedule, but close to the original line of scrimmage.
I like what Napier did there. Good read to pull the football, but then making that throw, moving to his left as a right-handed quarterback. Well done.
Quickly gets the snap off. Here's Mason Kelly, his first catch, and he did not have any space to move. Daniels with the open field tackle.
That's a great read by Daniels. Watch Daniels at the bottom of the screen. Watch him recognize what's happening and then explode. Watch him right there. And then he gets outside leverage as well, understanding where his help is. He plays the outside leverage and makes a nice play in open field.
3rd and long. And West Charlotte with a chance to get a big stop deep into Mallard Creek's own territory. See number 3 there, just in his jersey, no pads. That is Perry Justice, the team's starting quarterback coming into the year.
Free safety.
Also a free safety, a dynamic player, but out for the season. We saw him when we were here in week 1. He gave it a shot their first series and then was replaced by Sam Cheeseborough. Now 3rd and long. Edmond busts it to the outside. Shuffles inside a man. Tackled at the 40, first down.
That's what they needed. That's what this offense needed. Sometimes you just need a special individual effort, great blocking up front, then the speed to get outside, vision to get upfield and get the first down.
Mallard Creek trying to move quickly with a handoff to Edmond. He is tackled from behind the line of scrimmage. Caden Smith with another tackle. And it's a loss of 2. And Napier with a hard snap count. Whistles and flags. It's against the defense.
Yeah, but that's going to be critical to potentially slow this front 7 down a little bit.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Napier over the middle, and it's caught for a first down. Khalil Price into West Charlotte territory.
How good is Khalil Price picking up that Bodyworks plus first down? Just works over the middle of the field, makes the grab in traffic to move the chains.
1st and 10. Chain gang having a hard time catching up here. And a flag as it's a false start on the offense.
Yeah, sometimes you change tempo. It can affect offensive linemen as well. Maybe thinking they're going on first sound, things like that. It impacts them.
You've talked around it, Reg. I mean, this hurry up being run by Mallard Creek, obviously something is clicking with Napier. Maybe they feel more comfortable doing it with him as opposed to Cheeseborough. But I think you were onto something. You're trying to get the timing of this rush off. Screen completed to Edmond. He's got lots of room to go. And he shoulders his way out of bounds against Davion Jones.
This is understanding protection. He knows there's a guy coming as an extra. He understands where his safety valve is, his release valve. Just drops it off to his back. Nice job. Great read by the young quarterback.
I liked on the tail end of that, too. Price was not about to get called for a block in the back. Threw his orange gloves up into the air. Now Price gives Edmond a block toward the outside.
Getting back to your point on the tempo, what else it does for a young quarterback, when you get up to the line really quickly, they have to show you their defense. And so the young quarterback has more time to process what he's looking at defensively so that he can attack it the right way with the right read based on the play call.
Another first down for Mallard Creek. They're at the 15-yard line. Edmond again. Off tackle left and runs out of space for momentum. A Charlotte player lost a helmet on the play. I believe Sam Johnson's going to have to sit out a snap.
Yeah, he is. You got to go off the field for at least a play.
Yeah, okay, so that's big number 0 in white.
A major factor in this defensive front.
2nd and 9. Napier, corner, looking for Price. He caught it, but was not inbound.
That's the youth of a sophomore quarterback, and I like Napier a lot. He's about a half second. See, right now he's got to be ready to throw the football. He takes that extra couple of steps to be able to load up, and he's unable to get it there in time. You got to throw that sooner and perhaps a little bit higher and allow Price to just high jump and win that battle and go get the football.
3rd and 9 now for Mallard Creek. Though they are very close to their first score of the night. So if they don't get it here, I would suspect it's 4-down territory. Napier, play fake, looking for Kelly in the opposite side this time. And an overthrow, incomplete, 4th down.
Considering what he was asked to do on that play, that was a very accurate throw. You're talking about a right-handed quarterback working left with pressure in his face, and he puts that ball pretty much where he's supposed to. That thing's going to drop down right on the pylon. That's where you're supposed to throw it.
Man coverage by Josiah Whitlock. Davion Jones was there to break it up as well, and it's going to be Ashton Blevins' field goal attempt from 31 yards out.
I like this decision, though. Get some points on the board going into half. Again, it's 13-0, not 14-0, so it matters.
And the kick is up and through. So Mallard Creek is on the board with a 31-yard field goal, and it draws it within 10 as we near halftime.
Seconds remaining in the first half.
It's a big kick. Now, in theory, right, you get a stop here and you go into the half. It's 13-3. And it's, hey, we need another one of those drives. That's the field goal we would need. And then go get a touchdown, and we feel really good.
Well, you talked about earlier how Mallard Creek has had a way of staying in it until they can capitalize on some things late in the game. It seems important to me now that opening kick by West Charlotte was basically negated with the fumble on the first play from scrimmage.
Correct.
Because now Mallard Creek's going to get it to begin the 3rd quarter.
And that's why I like the idea to get points there, because if you come out, if you get a stop here, and you come out and drive it, let's say you get a touchdown to start the half, it's a 13-10 ball game. And you feel really good because also your kicker, Blevins, is a guy that can continue to put points on the board.
What you said?
Blevins with the high kick.
High kick by Blevins. Weird hop. West Charlotte trying to fall on it, and it's Mallard Creek's football. Mustafa made a dive for it after the 2nd or 3rd hop.
Kickoffs are live football. You have to go get a kickoff. Everybody's kind of waiting for the ball to bounce. You have to go get a kickoff out of the air. That's a couple of situations now, just didn't react properly, and you turn it over in special teams.
Well, now this just got really interesting for Mallard Creek.
Absolutely.
Because they've got 42 seconds to work with here, according to the scoreboard. But they've got 1st and 10 at West Charlotte's 21. If they get anything on the scoreboard here, like we said earlier, they received the kick to start the 3rd quarter. They could make a lot of hay in just a few moments.
Yeah, they're trying to get Uncle Mo thoroughly in that locker room with all black.
Napier whips it to Price on the outside. He's trying to get forward momentum.
I think that was a double pass, and there was no room. I think he was going to look to get that ball to Mason Kelly. Khalil Price was going to throw that to Mason Kelly down the sideline. Great job with the coverage down the field and with the pursuit to get to Khalil Price. Didn't give him a chance to get that ball off.
So Mallard Creek calls a timeout, and that stops the clock at 30 seconds.
It's a big spot. This moment, right? We talked about 30 seconds, and I think the key here is keeping an eye on the clock, and if you have to kick it at the end and potentially just take 3 more, I think you do that. I think you do everything you can if you're Kennedy Tinsley not to go in the half 13-3. Give yourself a chance to at least get yourself to within 1 possession with a 13-6 type of score, or perhaps 13-10.
Person is the back, and he takes off up the middle. Nearly gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and Mallard Creek calls another timeout. I think what you're saying here is it's valid. Nothing wrong with another field goal here because you've been gifted this possession.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a possession that you hoped you would get, but perhaps it would come off of a 3-and-out situation. Instead, you never had to run your defense out there. You get the football right back.
And if the defense makes a stand, West Charlotte only had, 44 seconds on the clock?
Yes.
So you're likely not going to get a score.
You're definitely not going to get this field position.
No.
That's the key. Question, I believe that was the 3rd timeout, though, for Mallard Creek. I thought they had spent one in the first half. I think they're out of timeout, so I would suspect that this is going to be some kind of a pass, because if you want to run the field goal unit out there, you can't run the football because you'd run out of time.
The back person only has 2 carries after that last. So yeah, Napier's going to throw. He steps up. Ankle was wrapped up, and was it picked off? It was. Michael Griffin Jr. just picked that thing up. A centimeter off of the turf.
Napier kind of panicked here, right? He didn't want to take a sack, and that's what happened. He realized somebody had a hold of him. He was trying to throw that football. I think he was trying to throw it over the receiver's head and get it incomplete. Just didn't get enough on it because they had his leg, and throws the interception.
So the possession given back to West Charlotte with under 20 seconds remaining. West Charlotte looks like they might gun for it here. Nichols drops back, steps up, breaks to the outside, and trots out of bounds.
Runs out of bounds, pursued by Deuce Machette.
So he gained about 5 yards there. Clock stops at 12.
This is where you got to have the conversation about being smart with the football. We saw West Charlotte turn it over early. We saw the issue with the kickoff moments ago. Might be a time to go in the locker room and just get your composure back, come out in the second half, and play more sound, clean football.
2nd and 5. Nichols head up, goes to the outside. Receivers tripped up, and flags again.
Where is he?
Yeah, it was a situation where Nicholson was getting ready to completely run by the defensive back there. I think that was Dorian Daly, number 10. And he realized it, didn't want to give up a touchdown, so he just reached out and grabbed him right there, and then they fall down. But earlier in the play, it was a full jersey grab.
Another pass interference on a deep ball favoring West Charlotte. Just 6 seconds on the clock.
6 seconds remaining.
Close up with 6 seconds left.
And more flags. Movement prior to the snap.
Local dry cleaners enjoying this one.
Against the Lions, backs him up.
Well, we got to about 45, 50 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and I don't know that a score is going to come of this, but both teams have really acted like they wanted to. Could be much ado about nothing. Nichols grounds it incomplete. Intended for Landon Gilmore.
Seconds on the clock.
I think at this point you take a knee and go to the locker room. I mean, there maybe you take a shot deep and see if you get another pass interference because you'd get an untimed down, but you'd still be around midfield. So you'd have to run another offensive play. It's not like you could do that to get yourself in field goal range.
And West Charlotte takes the knee and takes us to the half. 13-3, the Lions up 10 on the Mavericks of Mallard Creek on our WCCB Game of the Week.
We have a whole
We've got a defensive struggle on our hands at the WCCB Game of the Week. A 13-3 lead, West Charlotte on top of Mallard Creek midway through, but it is halftime. And you know what that means. That means it's time for our senior spotlight.
My name is Hannah Moss. I'm a senior at Butler High School, and I play point guard for the Butler Bulldogs. When I first touched basketball, I was probably 11 years old, playing outside with my sister. He's the reason I started playing basketball originally. I have 6 sisters, and I'm the youngest of 7, making me the baby, so.
We have 7 girls and the baby.
I feel as if like basketball clicked for me, and I realized like I was a baller when I was probably 7th grade, 8th grade, because I was like deciding like, oh, I want to go do this in college. And that's when like the shift kind of happened. I realized I was actually pretty good at it. So I'm like, going into high school, I want to start taking this more seriously.
As a kid, Hannah growing up would sit on the bench at Carolina Courts watching her older sister play basketball and just try to tell her sister what to do. And I knew then my child had something in her, and I had to make her pull out what she wanted to do. I would say the turning point for Hannah would be 8th grade, and she played up that year. So she was playing girls a little bit older than her. I remember being in a gym in Atlanta, Georgia, and a captain coach came up to me and he said, "She's special."
You know, Hannah Moss is what you call a true student athlete. What's impressive to me is her work and her work ethic and her drive. When she comes in, she's one of the ones you have to kind of like tone her down because she goes so hard. Sometimes I think she goes too hard to the point where she's gonna hurt herself.
Hannah's special. She got the dog in her like her daddy.
I believe that what drives me to wake up in the morning and go to the gym and just keep playing basketball is just the structure it's given me and the friends and community, and basketball just paved a way for me to go into my further life after I'm done playing with it. So that's just why I always get up and do it every day.
She's gonna get here early and get up some shots. After school, Hannah Moss is here in the gym, do a little ball handling and some other stuff. And the next thing you know, for probably the next 45 minutes, she's gonna go through her whole routine and she's gonna get up some shots. She's gonna be the first one to show up. She's gonna be the last one to leave. I've been here at Butler 27 years. In my 27 years, I have not coached an athlete that is as passionate and as driven as Hannah Moss.
When it comes to basketball, I think I'm passionate about just the environment that it puts you in, and then just the people you meet, as well as just being able to sit there and watch other people play and film, and just being able to break it down and see some of the best players and learn from them. I think I'm really passionate about just the growth of our game as on the women's side.
Hannah, this is your father. I am so proud of you. The determination that you have in you, I never seen that in anyone else. It's just amazing how hard you've worked at basketball. That goes to show you that hard work pays off. Continue to do what you need to do, and I love you.
I'm extremely proud of Hannah. I'm kind of sad it's coming to an end, but I'm so.
I've received close to 20 Division I offers from schools such as William & Mary, Western Carolina, App State, ETSU. I haven't chosen yet, but stay tuned to see where I go. I'm Hannah Moss, and this is my Varsity Spotlight.
Former FBI Director James Comey faces federal charges after a grand jury indictment, and now some critics are claiming the case is less about justice and more about President Donald Trump's revenge. The charges include allegations of false statements and obstruction of congressional proceeding. The case focuses on Comey's 2020 testimony before a Senate committee in which he denies.
No more streaks, no more wasted time, no more unhappy life. It's the fastest way to dry your car. Anyone can dry their car in 60 seconds. You're gonna easily reach the top, then quickly dry your side. And you're gonna be spending the money, $20, $40, $50 on car washers that are gonna last a few days anyway. Shampoo. You can use your shampoo for all your outdoor furniture, or roll it up and use it for your RV or your boat. And it's easy to store. Shampoo sells for $59.95 and free shipping. But call now, and it's only $29.95. And you're also gonna get the car hooker. Hook your shopping bag. Even your purse will be secure. Is your takeout food being taken out? Just clean up your act and hook it. Flip the bottom part, and you got a secure smartphone holder. Supplies are limited. If you want that hooker in the car, a $20 value, free. Here's how to order.
Call 800-626-8134 or scan the QR code. And if you order now, you get the free car hooker. Supplies are limited, so call 800-626-8134. Call now.
When you're hurt on the job, there are laws to protect you. Put a law firm with experience and knowledge on your side to find out how much more your case may be worth. Call the law offices of James Scott Farron right now.
New look, new time. This is the all-new WCCB News at 9, Charlotte's only primetime news.
A bold new look, a fresh new hour, and the same voices you trust.
We just got an update from CMPD.
All of your high school sports coverage.
All in all, a pretty beautiful day.
Have you had your first pumpkin spice latte?
Not yet. I'm Morgan Fogarty, and this is the new WCCB Charlotte News.
Your only primetime news in Charlotte.
Change isn't coming, it's here.
Welcome back. It's halftime at our WCCB Game of the Week. The WCCB Game of the Week is brought to you by Queen City Home Store, your whole home destination. By North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services Crisis to Care Program. When life feels overwhelming, go to ncdhhs.gov/crisis services. By Bodyworks Plus, Collision Repair Center, keeping families safe since 1998. And by Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit fredcaldwellchevy.com. Plenty more action coming up between West Charlotte and Mallard Creek. Just a 10-point game. It's been a great one so far. Highlights and the second half when we return to the WCCB Game of the Week. It's halftime at the WCCB Game of the Week. West Charlotte 13, Mallard Creek 3. Reginald Walker Jr., let's talk about it and what we've seen so far in this one. 10-point lead for West Charlotte. And they were first to the scoreboard for Mallard Creek, just a field goal.
Yeah, this offense early on, it sputtered. Right there, you see the ball on the ground, and then boom, big hit, ball on the ground again, and Mallard Creek makes a play. So you got to, and we talked about the conditions as well with the rain, but Jamari Nichols came back. He battled back, hits this big boy ball down the sideline, and all of a sudden the offense started making plays and started rolling.
That fumble, by the way, was on the first play from scrimmage of the game. It kind of has been the precursor to the way this thing has gone. Ball's been slipping out of hands left and right. Several turnovers to speak of note in this game. The long ball earlier was to Davion Jones. Nichols finds Rakeem Finch, 69 yards, a quick little hitch and go, 69 yards for the first touchdown.
And then later, Rakeem Finch just does an excellent job working up the field over the middle. Nice grab, great throw there, right on time by Nichols.
Extra point attempt that time around by West Charlotte was blocked by Mallard Creek, who surged on a couple of occasions late in the second quarter. Napier, the quarterback, ill-advised throw. It's intercepted by Michael Griffin Jr. That's ultimately what got us to halftime after, as you see, it's raining. A late start to this one. Lightning delay delayed us by about 45 minutes. Still a second half coming up in just a bit on our WCCB Game of the Week.
We appreciate your cooperation.
13-3 lead for West Charlotte over Mallard Creek. Midway through this one with Reginald Walker Jr., I'm Darren Vaught. Reg, we still got another half in this game. that involves a team we will see next week. But I am really excited for this one on our WCCB Game of the Week. A week from tonight, Independence and West Charlotte.
You know who else is excited for it? Obviously the Charlotte community. But I guarantee you the folks that love X, that love watching the coaches involved in this on X, are looking forward to this one as well. DJ McFadden Jr., Sam Griner, two of the best, honestly speaking. We love talking to both of these guys, and they do an excellent job with their programs. Two teams that are playing really good football. We'll see what ends up being the result tonight for West Charlotte. Independence went into tonight at 4-1 as well.
A couple of coaches who are always forthcoming, which is not always the case. They talk a little bit more than the average coach, I will say. And that makes for good conversation because they're good dudes and we like talking.
Absolutely.
So Mallard Creek had a couple of chances there late. They got the field goal for their first score. Could not add a tally or two to that with a chance late in the second quarter. But now they'll receive the kick to begin the second half, down only 10. And as we've seen this team throughout 5 weeks of the season, in a lot of ways, Reds, they got West Charlotte right where they want them. I mean,
well, we talked to Kennedy Tinsley about that specifically, right? And this team's ability to just find a way. And he said two things. He said, well, that's a good thing for our DNA. He said, but the problem with that is you can't keep trying to play the flip the switch game late in the fourth quarter, because against really, really good teams, that's not going to work.
Yeah. Yeah, he was pretty insightful there talking about winning, and it's like the winning is great, but you got to be humbled here and there. And if you're doing it with a relatively young team, as he has described it all season long, in ways where you become enamored with the win and you're kind of chasing that high rather than trusting the process of getting better day in and day out, that's where his concerns were.
And they're valid, right? That is a coach that, two things, understands how to win, but also understands his football team and what he's seeing on a daily basis and what the corrections need to be.
West Charlotte prepares to kick it off. Chase Spellman and DJ Daly back to receive the kick for Mallard Creek. It is Spellman. Outruns a man. Flag way back on the play. Nearing midfield, but I got a feeling it's not going to be spotted there.
Yeah, usually the case when you get one of those thrown behind a return, maybe there's a block in the back type of situation. This one likely coming back.
It is a hold against the return team.
It's a great job by Spellman. He works first north and south. Then he makes the cut to the outside. And the hole, I didn't see it, but
trying to sync up the time at which it was thrown, you saw Khalil Price there with his orange gloves, kind of behind a man,
right,
but not overly physical with him. Maybe that's where it came in. Either way, it's back to the 20-yard line for Mallard Creek. So coming into the second half, they stick with Kalen Napier at quarterback. Xavier Edmond in motion. Play fake. Napier. High in the air. Price wide open. It's caught. Davion Jones unable to trip him up. Touchdown, Mallard Creek. An 80-yard connection to Khalil Price. Right where they wanted them.
Great job by Napier. See, he's getting ready to throw it there, and then he realizes my guy's going to break free. He resets, gets his feet set, and launches one. And Price is there. Great job keeping his balance and getting in the end zone. Watch him right here, right there. He's getting ready to throw that football, and he waits. He has the patience to understand what's happening, and then the accurate throw for a touchdown.
I'm so impressed, too, with the patience and the awareness to set his feet there, and a fake on the PAT, or at least Chase Spellman tried to make it that. So no extra point for Mallard Creek, and it's 13-9.
Yeah, and one of the coaches was giving, I believe, that was number, can't tell if it was Person or Battle. I think it was Person, number 22, an earful after the failed conversion attempt. You wonder if there was a blocking assignment potentially missed there that they were letting him know that he's got to do a better job of.
Mallard Creek will kick it off after a very quick score. This kickoff is powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home. That changes things, huh? 4-point game early in the second half.
That's why getting that 3 points at the end of the half would have been huge.
Yeah, no doubt. Because
of that.
If you get the field goal then, and the extra point, which Mallard Creek did not get just now, suddenly you'd have a tie game.
Right.
Still some momentum on the side of Mallard Creek as Ashton Blevins boots it. And Davion Jones will bring it up from the 2. And he's wrangled past the 15.
I tell you what, Uncle Mo,
Mr. Mentum.
He was wearing white in the first half for much of it. Now he's in like a split uniform. And if the Mavericks right here can get a stop quickly, all of a sudden Uncle Mo will be wearing all black, and the question will be, how do you get it back if you're West Charlotte? There's a lot going on there with wardrobe.
Yeah. I think I can envision it, right? You've seen a lot of the split jerseys. Uncle Mo's just got a nephew on both teams.
Yeah, he
right
always.
Now, right?
On both teams in every game.
Yeah.
Uncle Mo knows no boundaries.
1st and 10, Jamori Nichols. A couple of touchdown passes in the first half. On first down, he tosses. And it's a run play. Mallard Creek player lost his helmet.
Yep.
Flags after the fact.
That's what the flag's going to be for. That's going to be on Matthew Harris for continuing to try to make a play after his helmet came off. And that's what head coach Kennedy Tinsley is telling him right now. You'll see it. His helmet comes off, and then he reverses and gets back involved in the play. You are supposed to stop if your helmet comes off.
Instinctually, something that's not easy to do.
And he's got to come out for a play on top of that.
Yep. So the positive yardage for West Charlotte puts them up past the 35.
Yeah, and they officially call that an illegal participation is what that is called.
15 yards. Now 1st and 10. Nichols, another handoff.
Hit by Deuce Majette immediately.
And it's Emory McLean.
Deuce Majette, nice job. Comes off a block, and he's sitting right there in the hole. Makes that play.
Gain of 2 for the Lions, 2nd and 8. Nichols with McLean by his side. Sincere Gray in motion. So a couple of backs in on the play. Oh, and it's blown up in the backfield. Matthew Harris back in after regaining his helmet.
Well, guess he's good to go. He's at the top of your screen right there at the edge of the formation. He just comes off. They don't block him, and he makes a huge hit.
Number 0 with a legendary tackle brought to you by Queen City Home Store, taking on the toughest stains at home with the toughest washers in the game.
3rd down.
And a big 3rd down as a result here for West Charlotte. They were 2 of 6 on thirds in the first half. Nichols to the left, and it's high-pointed by Nicholson. Dante Nicholson with the catch for 11 yards and a first.
That's a big boy grab. I mean, it's just a curl route, works down inside, right past the sticks, and attacks and pulls that in. That's well done. Really good coverage that time. I need to give a ton of credit to Dorian Daly there. That was really good coverage. Just didn't matter.
Nearing midfield, 1st down. Finch the man in motion. Nichols trying to escape, but unable to do so.
Brought down by number 4,
Skaya Mustafa with the sack.
Mustafa just does a great job, reads this. He's kind of the late ad, right? It's a delayed blitz, and he shows up to close up what would have been a running lane for Nichols, and then he's able to get him down. Good read. I like the call to go with the delay there. Might have been potentially a spy, but he reads it and then closes it out.
Loss of 4, 2nd and 14 for West Charlotte. Nichols throws to the 50-yard line. It's caught by Landon Gilmore. Gain of 5, so that gets them back on schedule, but not a terribly manageable 3rd and 8.
That's what I like Gilmore. He's not the biggest guy, but he just knows how to play, knows how to get open, and then his ability in terms of body control to adjust to where Jamari Nichols puts the football for him is high level.
Third down, Gilmore in motion. It's a direct snap. Right up the middle. It comes up a yard short, but West Charlotte, I think pretty obviously, is going to go for this. Gain of 7 by Emery McLean.
Yeah, I think you go for this. I like the call. I like the aggressiveness here from Sam Griner.
West Charlotte 1 for 2 on fourths in the first half. They converted on 4th and 1. And a flag goes against the defense. They don't even need to snap it to convert here.
Yeah, and he went with a hard count. And what he did is he got up under center. And this is a thing that coaches do, and it's understood. You have offensive linemen in a 2-point stance. You can say set, then they put their hand down. Sometimes that can draw defense off. You wonder if that's the conversation with the officials here.
Encroachment on the defense.
So watch the offensive line here. See, he makes a command, and they all put their hand down, which it can be just set. That's it, which is legal. So that's where the penalty comes in.
It gives West Charlotte a body works plus 1st down. Now inside the 40, Nichols throws on the run. Here's Finch again. Raheem Finch, 2 touchdown catches in the first half.
Pushed out of bounds by Timothy
Smooth. He's obviously a critical part of what they've done tonight offensively as well.
His head coach, Sam Griner, told us pregame that they've done some things this year that, and it's not an exaggeration, they built the offense around him.
Those were his exact words. That's a fact.
And in motion again, Nichols throws and finds Raheem Finch, a spin downfield, and he's inside the 15.
That's another one of those situations. You got outside receivers working up the field and into the inside. Finch comes across in motion, just runs a short little speed cut out, and he's open. And he's slow to get up. But
yeah, so Finch is going to get checked up on as West Charlotte is in the crisis 2 care red zone now. No Finch for a set. And West Charlotte's maybe going to change some things up based on the movement. Second and 5. And the handoff goes for not much, if anything.
Majette and Harris on the tackle.
This is where, if you're West Charlotte, you got to make sure you get points here. Big possession here.
Here we go, Maverick defense. Let's get a stop on 3rd down.
Nichols, corner of the end zone, and it's dropped incomplete. He wanted Nicholson.
Yeah, I think they got Daly again. He's had a rough night.
Flag and a penalty called, so it is a pass interference.
Funnel cake.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, West Charlotte has identified a couple of defenders that they have, for lack of a better way to put it, picked on a little bit in this game. So now it's at the 8. Goal to go for West Charlotte. Finch back into the game. That's him in motion. Nichols steps up. Now breaks out to the right. Able to throw. Goes up to the corner, and it's caught for the touchdown. Number 3 for Rakeem Finch.
I'm going to get some get quiet juice, because right here I was going, he's got to run the ball. He missed an opportunity. But what he does so well is keep his eyes down the field and then gives his guy Finch a jump ball in the back of the end zone. And the Air Force commit goes up and gets it.
3 times it has been Nichols to Finch.
Oh my God.
Ruiz on for the extra point. And a flag and some movement.
It's going to be an encroachment.
Where is he? Oh.
There's the call. West Charlotte that much closer.
Griner's going to go for it.
Yeah.
He's going to go for 2 here. He's going to try to get that extra point that they didn't get earlier back. When you need a yard and some change, why not?
Hey, Brady, once we go to break, we're going to just
Out of the shotgun for the 2-point conversion. McLean in the backfield. Gray in motion. Nichols keeps it himself and is quickly brought down from behind. Chase Spellman makes the tackle, and West Charlotte unable to convert, going for 2. They lead at 19-9 on our game of the week. West Charlotte, another touchdown, which means they'll kick it away to Mallard Creek. This kickoff is powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home. Back to a 10-point lead for the Lions. They went for 2, didn't get it. Worth noting, star quarterback for West Charlotte, Jamori Nichols, was hurt on that last play, the 2-point conversion, and was helped to the sideline. Jay Spellman trying to break a big one and is brought down shy of midfield. Good return for Mallard Creek.
Spellman's electric, man.
Yeah.
That dude, when he gets the football in a kick return situation, I mean, the blink of an eye, this is just well read, and right there, you wonder if he keeps his footing, can he run away from that defender? Kind of stumbled there with the defender closing in.
And the Mavericks have the ball, 1st and 10, close to the 50-yard line.
Mavericks offense back out onto the field. Josh Person is the back with quarterback Kalen Napier. Play fake. Napier takes it himself and finally hits the ground after gaining 4 or 5 yards.
Solid gain on 1st down.
Great job with his feet. I thought he had a chance to kind of dump it off in the flat there as well. But
gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Now Josh Person waits just a tick and then busts up the middle for the 1st down.
this is the part I think they got to get going. You got the young quarterback in there, got to start running the football. That time they go up the middle, they get the body works plus 1st down.
Into West Charlotte territory at the 40. Kelly in motion. The late handoff. Person stays on his feet to get 5 or 6 on the carry.
Is Dave Clausen on the Mallard Creek sideline with the slow mesh?
Yeah.
Looks like Wake Forest right there.
With personnel change, Person again, dragging a man with him. Daquan Bowman's not an easy guy to break away from, but he did just enough to get 5 yards in the 1st down.
And part of that is because Bowman wasn't trying to make a tackle. He was trying to rip the football out. Got to get the guy on the ground. That's very important. Gave up a 1st down conversion there.
And West Charlotte calls a timeout. That's their first of the 2nd half. Okay, so a different look for Mallard Creek here. Not a surprising sentence to utter, knowing their head coach, Kennedy Tinsley. But Josh Person only had 2 carries in the 1st half. You give him a few in a row, it's working out.
You're going to have to run the football. You got to find a way against this front 7 to get them blocked. And what that's going to do is slow down some of that pass rush because they've got to be prepared for potentially you running the football. So very important to get the running game going for Mallard Creek right now. And then if you're West Charlotte, the conversation now becomes how do we make sure they don't get in the end zone? This is about finishing drives for both teams. The conversation on the Mallard Creek sideline is we need to finish this drive with a touchdown. The conversation on the West Charlotte sideline, we got to find a way to create a negative play and turn this offense going in the wrong direction.
Napier hands it to Xavier Edmond this time.
Edmond on the carry.
And he's wrapped up and brought down by Sam Johnson in the backfield.
There's that negative play I was talking about, right? You create a negative. Now you make them a little bit more predictable in theory. It's just well done by that entire front. You got 3 guys playing 3.5 yards into the offensive backfield.
That's really what the Lions are so good at. happened the entire first half. You get Mallard Creek behind schedule, and they're not able to catch up. Big time rush back to the 50. Napier takes off himself and gets somehow a yard on that carry.
Yeah, what I liked here, though, is he didn't panic, right? Nothing there, nothing there. And watch him tuck the football, right? He made the decision right then. There's nothing there. I got to run and get as much as I can. He didn't panic. I love that.
I say a yard. He got a yard past the initial line of scrimmage, so he got a handful on that. And it's third down for Mallard Creek. They were 2 for 7 on thirds in the first half. Whistles halt the play. And it's on the defense. All right, so this helps out the Mavericks a little bit. It was 3rd and 9. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Oh, more importantly, Darren, I think it certainly makes it 4-down territory, or 2 downs, if you will, 3rd and 4th down here. I suspect they'll go for it because of the field position and the distance or lack thereof they have to go.
Edmond
on the carry.
Battles his way forward. He'll come up a yard or 2 short.
Closer to a first down.
Now they're going to go with tempo. Likely a similar or the same play here.
4th and a long 2. Edmond again, trying to find a hole. Wrapped up. Sat down. I don't think he got it either.
It was close, but I don't think he got there.
It looks like the spot is going to be at the 21. He needed to get to the 20.
Yeah, and he's short.
Yep, turnover on downs.
That's a huge stop if you're West Charlotte, and a missed opportunity if you're the Mavericks. But he did everything he could, but that defensive front did its job.
Michael Griffin, number 1 in white, so relentlessly did whatever he had to do to wrap up the ball carrier and weigh him down, allowing teammates to help. So a big stop by West Charlotte. They lead by 10. And Jamori Nichols is back out to lead the offense. A good sign that he's okay. Nichols rolls right.
Runs out of bounds.
And bails on the play.
Yeah,
Ooh, a little hobble.
Yeah, it came up a little lame on that right leg, that right side. I'm not sure if it's the leg, the foot, who knows.
A.J. Henderson on the pursuit.
But certainly didn't look 100% comfortable.
Brings up 2nd and 11 for the Lions as the Mavs get a 1-yard loss. Here we go, 2nd down.
So it's a loss of a yard.
Come on, dude, let's go!
I think that might have been a sideline warning. Something in the direction of the West Charlotte side.
Yeah, didn't quite catch what that was either.
Nichols, quick to throw and leaves it short. And it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, he was trying to get rid of that one so quickly. I don't know that he fully got his feet right to throw that ball with enough strength and accuracy to get it completed. Big 3rd and 11 here, because if they don't get it, Mallard Creek likely going to get solid field position.
Nichols rears back, goes deep, wants Nicholson, and a flag comes out. Another defensive pass interference, no doubt.
Wow. Tough night for this secondary. That time, Josiah Peters It's going to be down at the bottom of the screen. Nichols just puts it out there. From that angle, didn't see a whole lot. I really didn't from that angle right there.
When all else has failed West Charlotte on various drives, they have been bailed out big time by simply airing it out deep to Nicholson. Now 1st and 10. Nichols hands it to Jameel Watson. A flag from the backside. Holding on West Charlotte.
This is where, right, playing clean. You got a 10-point lead. You got a 2-possession lead. Can you play clean and continue to put points on the board?
First and long.
Now 20 to gain for West Charlotte. Watson again. Oh, he tripped. Had a hole, it looked like. He only gets a few.
Looks like number 45, Jeremiah.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 16.
2nd and long for the line.
See, these long yardage situations, you're a little more predictable offensively. You're in a situation where you kind of have to ask yourself, do we want to be obvious? Are we worried about getting it all back at once? Got to be real strategic and smart with the play call.
Nichols, head fake as if he wanted to go on the screen, and he's quickly caught up to.
Yes, sir.
So it'll be 3rd and long. A.J. Henderson first there, the senior.
Here we go.
It's a great job. They just go with a 3 down front, but then they bring a plus, right? They add off the edge, including Deuce Majid, and they blow that thing up.
3rd and 17.
T.J. Bryant in there to maybe give some pass rush here. Number 24.
Here we go, Mav defense.
Nichols immediately rolls.
Around the left side.
And he gets rid of it. It is a stop, a big one by Mallard Creek.
Yeah, Matthew Harris that time. He closes on Nichols going to that sideline really, really quickly, and all of a sudden there was just nothing. And they get the stop.
Fourth down.
4th and long. And you see Michael Griffin make his way over to line up as the punter. There's the snap. Griffin boots it. And a fair catch by Spellman.
Spellman at the 40-yard line. The Mavericks will take
That was a moonshot. That punt was very high.
Plenty of time remaining in this ball game.
As we've mentioned a couple of times, Mallard Creek there just hanging around, but they got to find something offensively to get back into it ultimately, right? Even if it's just a couple of times.
I think they found it, and then they kind of got away from it because they had a negative play, but I think they found get some of that downhill running game up the middle, get the football in the hands of Joshua Person, let him get downhill and start beating up this defensive front a little bit.
Person is the back here on 1st down. Kelly moves into the backfield and gets the handoff from Napier, but doesn't have it long. Sam Johnson.
Play just took a little bit too long to develop. You see it coming here, and there's just nothing there. And Big Johnson says no, sir, with that penetration.
Loss of 4. Napier fakes, gives it away. Caught by Devin Dukes, his second reception. And it's across midfield and a Mallard Creek first down.
That's a good patient read by the young quarterback. Rolls out to his right, and there's nobody around Dukes. Just get him the football and let him do the work. That's well executed.
The 50-yard line.
Into West Charlotte territory. Napier, good fake, goes deep and overthrows Dukes by a lot, but maybe a good thing for Mallard Creek because he was covered up.
Yeah, I think Dukes kind of gave up on the route maybe there. It looked like he maybe couldn't find the football, and that confused him a little bit. Obviously incomplete.
Second down, and the Mavericks go to the ground to Person.
Joshua Person on the carry.
Gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
3rd down.
When we return for the fourth quarter.
That will bring us to the end of the third quarter.
10-point lead for West Charlotte over Mallard Creek. It's 19-9 on the WCCB. Game of the week. Stay with us. Tight contest on our hands on the WCCB Game of the Week. Reggie Walker, Darren Vaught, we're glad you're here. And Mallard Creek, big 3rd and 9 to begin the fourth quarter. It has been a defensive struggle, but some big explosive plays have been the difference so far in this one. Akeem Finch of West Charlotte, 3 receiving touchdowns. And Mallard Creek hands it to Joshua Person, bullying his way forward, and he is a couple of yards short. West Charlotte knocked the ball loose, but Person was down. So now it'll be 4th and 2.
This will bring up 4th.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here, but you see Person running hard. See right there. Can't tell exactly if he's on top of a body or not. But they say he's down.
Couple close calls on potential turnovers have gone both ways in this one. That's just the kind of game it's been. And now Sam Cheeseborough is back in at quarterback for the first time since the first quarter, and Mallard Creek moves too soon.
And now you got to punt the football. 4th and 7.5 or 8. I think you got to punt it here. That's a tough penalty to pick up there.
Against the Mavs. 4th down.
The 2 men in motion, and the offensive line went upright. So now a punt formation for Mallard Creek. High snap, Blevins just gets it off. Low-lying kick, and it's picked up at about the 10. Nice return.
He took a shot, though.
Sincere Day on the return. Kind of got it out of trouble and past the 20-yard line.
Yeah, normally I would say get away from this thing, but it kind of rolled right to him. Does a nice job not panicking, getting out of dodge. Ooh, that is a big hit there right at the end of the play from Victor Collier. Woo.
There's a look at Dante Nicholson for West Charlotte. Our Fred Caldwell Chevrolet speed check. Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit FredCaldwellChevy.com. I think his speed has been displayed, although he doesn't have many catches in this game.
19.6 yards per catch coming in. A big play waiting to happen.
Nichols goes up and gets the high snap on first down and hands it off.
Number 45.
Sincere Gray on the run.
Jeremiah Mobley in on
it's a gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Let me tell you about a guy named Sam Griner. 2-possession lead, 4th quarter, heavy dose of run coming your way.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to question whether you can stop it.
No point, you're about 10.
Nichols takes it himself, glides through the middle of the defense. Nobody's going to catch him. Jamori Nichols, a long rushing score of 66 yards.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow. It's basically just a quarterback counter almost. He kind of gives a little bit as if he's going to go outside, and then he sees a seam up the middle, and it's a foot race, and you're not catching him from behind.
Ruiz lines up for the extra point. And it's good, 26-9. West Charlotte leads. What else can we say about the junior quarterback, Jamori Nichols? 3 touchdown passes. He's done it. Basically, you go to get a fancy dinner, and they'll prepare a meal for you. It's whatever the meal is 3 ways.
Yeah,
that was his touchdown passes to Rakeem Finch. But then they're just displaying that he can get it done with his legs as well.
Not only that, the vision first, to find the gap, to find the space, to get up the field, and then, as you mentioned, the speed to finish the play.
Seventh rushing touchdown of the season for Jamori Nichols. And this kickoff is powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home.
Jalen Spellman back to receive the kick for the Mavericks.
Nichols is listed at 5'11", 175. And we've had West Charlotte for our game of the week here a couple of times now, so we've talked to Sam Griner a lot about the young man that he believes so much in. And just given everything that we've seen tonight, I'm buying what Coach Griner is selling in a lot of ways. And part of that pitch is, hey, if he's not the slider frame that he is, he's one of the best quarterback prospects in the country.
Well, this is where, as we see the return coming here from the Mavericks.
Spellman again. And he's tripped up past the 35.
Getting back to Nichols, though, I'm going to say this. I will take issue with Sam Griner on one thing, because he's right about Nichols' height. As we see this run again, if he were 6'3", that kid's not 180 pounds. Look at his lower half. Look at his torso. That kid's closer to 200 pounds. He looks the part from his body type is what I mean. Maybe not be the height, but I don't care what the list is. He's about 10 pounds heavier than that, and it's good weight, though. He looks strong, particularly in the lower half. So, Sam Griner, I'm going to challenge you on the kid's weight, but I agree with you on the height. Sam will find me and talk to me about that one. I love it.
Napier back in at quarterback to begin the series for Mallard Creek. Spins away, leaps over a guy, sheds another, and drops to the ground.
I like the way he got on the ground, though. He understood, I can't take a big hit here. I say that in jest about Griner getting back to Nichols,
because really you're taking issue with the scale.
Yeah, right. I got a problem with the scale because that kid is, if you look at him pregame, you can tell he's very well put together, very muscular.
9 yards on the carry, 2nd and 1. The pass is completed.
Number 35, Ishmael Abdul-Ali.
That's the first catch for Ishmael Abdul-Ali for a Body Works plus first down for the Mavericks. And here they go with the tempo again. Down 17, 9.5 to play. Napier over the middle. And it's through the hands of Abdul-Ali.
Yeah, they've got to stay in tempo mode here. It's because of time in the game, right? You're down, as you mentioned, 3 scores with about 9 minutes to play. Got to have a sense of urgency offensively.
Napier alone in the backfield. Here comes Sam Johnson. Throw on the run, lofted in between receivers. So an incompletion, and now 3rd and 10 for the Mavericks.
Students, please start calling your rides. Please start calling your rides, students, so they have plenty of time to get here.
Mallard Creek just 2 third-down conversions in this game. They both came in the first half rather. Napier picks up a low snap. Being chased. Littlejohn there. Napier gets a throw off, and it's out of bounds, though it was caught by Davion Jones, so no interception.
I don't know how he got rid of that football. Yeah. I don't know how he got rid of that ball. I mean, he was in deep trouble here. And somehow he gets rid of that thing. Now, he's got to be careful. Obviously, he was trying to throw it out of bounds. He was successful, but make sure that's 2 or 3 yards out of bounds instead of right at the stick, yeah. Right at the sideline, I should say.
Punt unit out for Mallard Creek. And a stoppage.
Has to be an illegal substitute. No, it's got to be a false start.
That's the substitution.
Oh,
and it goes against the return team.
They say the return team lined up with 12 or somebody didn't get off the field. Now, generally speaking, if it's about not getting off the field, the play would run.
Sure.
So the fact that they stopped the play means they got into formation with 12.
Shortens up 4th down. 5 to gain, and it looks like the offense is coming back out for Mallard Creek.
Offense comes back onto the field.
I like this decision. You're not out of the game. I think you do go for it here on 4th and 5. 4th and 10, very different from a percentage standpoint, but 4th and 5, and Sam Griner's going to take a timeout. He wants to make sure his defense is executing what they like here.
Timeout, West Charlotte. $8:53 remaining in the game.
Griner's looking at this, I think, as this big spot, right? You get a stop here, and then if you can run the football and get a couple of first downs, probably starts to become academic at that point.
Yeah, in earlier instances where we've seen West Charlotte this season, they have run a lot of time off the clock in a singular series, especially in late game situations where they've been up multiple scores, because that is really the one difference between both of these very, very good football teams. We talked about it earlier in the show. Mallard Creek has only won by a single score when they've won this season. West Charlotte, when they've won, it feels like it's been in the more of a blowout variety, whereas their losses have come in very close games. Loaded pass on 4th down. It's incomplete. A turnover on downs.
Yeah,
and the Lions take over.
Yeah, they came with a blitz. Caden Smith that time came on a blitz and forced Napier to throw that football way sooner than he wanted to. I think we got a penalty here.
I didn't see the flag, but yeah, it did come out.
Offensive pass interference. Interesting.
It was already going to be turned over on downs to West Charlotte. Okay, all right, so it's declined. That signal was not given the first time around. That makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no need to take that penalty. You immediately just say, give us the football back so we can try to eat up this clock and get out of here with a win.
And Nichols fakes a pitch, goes deep.
Run the ball. You're up by 17.
And that was a really interesting play. Nichols slipped.
That was.
So there's a flag out from behind him as well.
And they say no flag, no foul. It's going to be 2nd down. And the moon ball,
no flag,
mercifully, if you're West Charlotte, falls to the ground. We'll go with that.
Yeah, incomplete. Incomplete 2nd and 10.
Hey, all incomplete. It doesn't matter how they look.
Wow.
Sam Griner probably loves that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Now Dante Nicholson catches the screen. Shoves a man to the ground. And is pushed out of bounds. Yeah, clock stops.
So you get the incompletion and then you go out of bounds. Not exactly what Sam Griner drew up, I'm sure.
No. Now it's 3rd down and 5 to gain. You really need to be concerned on converting here. And the ball pops loose. Emery McLean on the carry. No signal yet as to whose it is after the fumble.
The ball came loose.
A lot of things happen under that pile, I can tell you that much.
So it'll get sorted out.
Mallard Creek is indicating they have it. Matthew Harris just tossed the ball about 10 yards down the field.
Yeah,
and it looks like they're
no,
saying
it's fourth down. West Charlotte. Yeah,
wow.
Okay. I was going to say no signal.
I'll tell you what, Harris was right there right away. I guess he didn't come out of the pile with it, and West Charlotte, fortunate for them, will get a chance to punt it away.
West Charlotte recovers, but it's fourth down.
Punted high into the air. No fair catch called for. And Xavier Edmonds forwards it to the 40-yard line. Mallard Creek trails by 17 with 7:51 remaining in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside. Under 8 to go. A 17-point lead for West Charlotte. Mallard Creek back with possession. And moving some guys around. Flags on the play. And it is against the offense.
False start, last thing you want, obviously, to start the drive. Put yourself automatically behind the chains. Down 3 scores. Against this defense, it's the way they've made plays most of the night.
No motion this time. Napier after the shotgun, hands it off. Josh Person up to the 45-yard line.
And now they go tempo, and you have to keep this tempo, stay urgent, but the key for the quarterback, let your guys get set.
Gain of 9. Now Napier tosses. That's Kelly, a step inside, and he's brought down a yard shy of the first down.
Third and 1.
Mallard Creek is not converted on third at all in the second half. Joshua Person bounces to the outside. He gets enough for the first and a gain of 3 or 4.
Picking up a Mallard Creek first down.
It's a Body Works plus first down for the Mavericks.
Under 7 minutes to go. Got to look this score here pretty quickly, probably in the next couple of snaps.
Fake to Person, Napier to Abdul Ali.
For a nice carry.
And another first down achieved for the Mavericks.
Got to be willing to take those and just move the football. Move the football as much as you can.
Fake by Napier, and it's sniffed out. He's brought down by Caden Smith.
Smith has been really good all night. It's another great job making a play in space. Caden Smith is at the top there. So he sees 2 offensive linemen. The tackle in front of him goes away. He starts to follow, then realizes, hey, the quarterback's coming out of the other side. I'm going to go get him. Makes a play.
Under 6 to play now. Xavier Edmond
Strong run around the left
back
side.
to the initial line of scrimmage. Plus a yard or 2.
3rd and 9.
So then the Mallard Creek started to say huddle. They're not huddling, but on the sideline, what's the intent here? Down under 5.5 minutes.
Well, I think they want to be explosive, but I think they're also tempering maybe what they're asking of the young quarterback.
Slow mesh again, Xavier Edmond. Dropped at the 30-yard line. And that was on 3rd and 9, so it'll be 4th.
Napier's kind of shaking his legs out. I don't know if maybe he's just trying to stay loose or something's maybe not right. A lot of time ticking off the clock here.
Well, I mean, that's kind of why I asked about the intent here, Reg, right? I mean, when they got the ball, it was 7+ minutes.
Agreed. And you gotta.
And it's a 17-point game, but in the interest of trying to win still.
And they lost a lot of time right there and then had to burn up an offensive timeout. That's tough.
A tight defensive game for much of this one.
Yeah, it really has been. We've seen some really good playmaking on the defensive side of the ball.
And then on the offensive side, West Charlotte came through. Jamori Nichols was really the backbreaker for Mallard Creek. Whenever they had West Charlotte pinned offensively, Nichols, in addition to Rakeem Finch, who he found for touchdown throws 3 times, found something and snapped a big one.
Well, in the first one, right, and that's the other thing that Coach Kennedy Tinsley will be frustrated about, right, is you get the short catch and long run for Finch in the first half, and then here in the second half, I should say, Jamori Nichols, the long run touchdown. The 2 explosives, I think, are the ones that'll likely frustrate this Mallard Creek coaching staff the most. A 69-yard touchdown pass, and then an 80-plus yard touchdown run from Jamori Nichols.
Now it's 4th and 6 for Mallard Creek. Napier spins away after the fake. And it's caught.
Mason Kelly caught that one going to the ground right next to his sideline.
And they got the first down. Creek converts, and they give it to Xavier Edmond. He waits on Kelly for a block, and then it's pushed back.
Or maybe Kelly realized that the run was coming to him and jumped in there to make a block.
Yeah.
I think that was designed to stay up inside.
Mallard Creek now in the crisis to care red zone. Inside the 20-yard line. Shotgun snap. Napier goes beneath. Person stiff arms and steps out of bounds at the 15. So that stops the clock. 3:32 to go. Napier throws over the middle. Khalil Price, shy of the goal line, is ripped down to the ground. Sincere Day with the quick tackle to prevent allowing Price to potentially get into the end zone on that Bodyworks Plus first down.
And Price does not look comfortable, but also Sam Cheeseborough back in there at quarterback. Potential quarterback power here, or quarterback, some kind of a lead for the quarterback in a run. Yep.
Cheeseborough lays out and comes up short. It'll be down at the half-yard line.
Looks to be stopped just short of the goal line.
And now a timeout is called by West Charlotte.
I think this is more of a personnel situation. I think Yorkees Broom, the 300-pounder, number 74, yeah, he's going to go in there as a defensive lineman here, plays mostly offensive line. But I think they want him in there for his size inside. And they're going to try to force, if they're going to run the football, they're going to try to force him to go outside. Damari Wallace, number 99 in there, 300-plus pounds as well. A couple 300-pound guys, see if maybe you can force them to try to bounce the ball outside and make it a little more difficult to punch in it. Well, now it looks like Broom may not be in there.
Yeah. He just took the field before Damari there.
So Broom's in there. Damari Wallace is in there to his left. Then you've got 54, Jashawn Shaw, about 230 pounds in there. Obviously, Caden Smith as well. So trying to put a little bit of beef at that line of scrimmage. And then Elijah Littlejohn at 6'3" and about 225, 230 pounds will be on the edge as well.
Mallard Creek with some motion. Cheeseborough gets the low snap and has it knocked away. His helmet, rather. So that's the second time that's happened with Cheeseborough trying to carry the football as he's lost the lid.
I think that was Littlejohn off the edge. Got in there unblocked, and Cheeseborough's got to leave for at least one play. And Napier, obviously taller, but a little more slight of build.
Napier has Person to his right. Late add on the edge of the formation. Napier nowhere to go. Brought down by Jameel Watson.
How about this defense?
It has been suffocating.
Watson does a great job. He just shows up. Now it started with Caden Smith getting penetration, creating havoc in the backfield, and then waiting for the rest of his guys to show up and make a play.
Timeout, Mallard Creek. Reg, minute 37 remaining. This one just a formality for Mallard Creek. Khalil Price is getting worked on.
Yeah, that's obviously, in a situation like this, you think about the importance of Price and what he is to this offense.
I mean, no doubt. He's their best receiver. In a lot of cases, their best offensive player.
Yeah.
Goal to go for Mallard Creek. From the 8. Napier floats it, and it's tipped back in the end zone, incomplete.
Take some knee downs, man. Let's go home.
Napier obviously frustrated after that one.
So let's talk about what this means for both. I think we've addressed their schedule, the conference, how competitive it is, how good it is across the board. This is not the end of the world for Mallard Creek.
No, they're going to be a playoff team.
And I think Sam Greiner, West Charlotte's head coach, would also tell us this is not the highest of highs either, necessarily,
yes,
right?
I
It's
agree.
good that they got the win. Certainly some coachable moments, coachable elements to this one.
He's always going to find them. But that's what great coaches do.
And for both, the season rolls on. I mean, this is a run right up the chute. Sincere Gray. Not caught from behind. "92 yards, an exclamation mark on what will be a West Charlotte victory."
This is pure speed, right? They go with a little bit of a counter action there. You have a little misdirection, and then just downhill, straight speed, 92 to the crib, as they say.
It's the longest run of the season for the Lions.
That's an exclamation point, my friend.
West Charlotte's without a holder.
Yeah, they got a personnel issue here. Oh, nope, he's in there.
Okay, yeah. Gilmore dropped back. He was blending in with the line.
Nope, they're still missing one.
Yeah, Maybe more than one. I counted 9, maybe 10 there, but it's a false start.
And now we got one running out there. It's number 17, Jordan Moore. Whether or not he's the one that was supposed to be there or not is irrelevant.
Yeah, at some point, if you're the coach, you just say,
gotta
hey, go and
I just need a body, right?
Who's nearest me?
Right.
All right, so now the extra point is 11 v. 11. And flags again.
It is over.
going to be a particularly long extra point try.
Yeah.
Oh, why not? Give
30-yarder?
Yeah, give Ruiz the
29
the
29 and a half.
Mallard Creek knocks it down, or would have had it. And so Mallard Creek got to it again. Yeah, blew him dead. All right. So talking about the schedule coming up for West Charlotte, we will be there when they face Independence next week. The remaining games include road games against Butler and Chambers before they conclude the regular season on Halloween night against North Mech. Again, there's no let-up.
No. I mean, one could, with what obviously Mallard Creek has put together, some might say, is this the most difficult team in the last 5 games? They've already gotten past it. You could say that.
Sure.
I think Independence would have something to say about that. Then they get a bye week before they go to Butler and Chambers. I think that's big. I think that bye week's going to come at a really, really good time for this Lions football team.
With a win, which again, with a minute 17 remaining, is a formality for West Charlotte here. They'll advance to 4-2. Mallard Creek dropping to 4-2. To even records, but really, again, in certain ways, the season has just begun for these two.
Absolutely correct. I mean, we talked about being battle-tested earlier in the year. This league will test you as well. This conference is loaded.
Daly on the return.
Daly returns it for not quite
Down
10 yards, up to the 40-yard line.
11 seconds remaining.
So looking at Mallard Creek's upcoming schedule, the same grouping.
Yep.
They just do it in a different order. They have that same bye week on October 10th, so they could sort of rotate starting with North Mech in the same fashion.
And then they go to Independence, which will be tough. And then obviously finishing the season at Chambers, a program that's seen a little bit of a resurgence, particularly early in the year with new head coach Captain Munderland as well.
Creek Chambers, always a game that's kind of similar to this one. It's emotionally charged in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah.
A fine one for them to finish up on. And now it's a run up the gut for Mallard Creek. First carry for Zaire Isian.
Zaire Isian on the carry.
And every one of these snaps for the young quarterback Napier is valuable, even if he's just handing the football off. As just a sophomore, just giving him opportunities to be on the field and leading this offense will help him grow as a player.
Another gain of 5. They'll hand it off again. And now it's 3rd and 3. Isian comes up short, gain of 2. And it's 4th down.
And I think they're going to let the clock run out here.
And that will do it. Ball game. Lions are victorious on the road here at Mallard Creek. The front 7 defensively was magnificent. And the offense For a bit there, they had done just enough, and then it erupted for a bit more than that. 32-9, the final score.
Yeah, a couple explosive plays for this Lions offense late that proved to be what widened the margin, obviously. And they walk away with a big road win to start conference play.
We thank you so much for watching WCCB's Game of the Week, a Bayhackle Sports production. This week's game was brought to you by Queen City Home Store, your whole home destination. North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services Crisis 2 Care Program. When life feels overwhelming, go to ncdhhs.gov/crisis services. By Body Works Plus Collision Repair Center, keeping families safe since 1998. And by Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit fredcaldwellchevy.com. So from Mallard Creek, Reggie Walker, Brady Pugh, the rest of our fantastic crew. Final score, West Charlotte 32, Mallard Creek 9. Both teams now 4 wins and 2 losses on the season. We'll see you next week on our WCCB Game of the Week.